I will not be smoking pot. There's also the area that I'm in. I'm in Tillamook. This town is just as filthy and nasty as any other goddamn Christian town in the country.
In 200 feet, turn right onto McKinster Road.
Apparently in 200 feet, I'm supposed to turn right into McKinster Road. So, there's this bumper sticker. It says, God said it, I believe it, that ends it. Well, I want you to prove to me that God said it. You're going to tell me that the College of Cardinals in the 1100s, that they're God? Because...
Head west toward McKinster Road.
Come on.
GPS signal lost.
Apparently... Oh, come on now. Fuck. Alright, so I had to turn the phone off and then back on, and I figured I'd start up a video, but apparently this one didn't end. Anyway, we got the same jackasses out here as anywhere else in the country. And of course, those are the jackasses who end up getting jobs as police officers. They don't care about the law. Now that guy with the bumper sticker. That's a very disturbing bumper sticker. Because here we are in America, and these people don't want to follow the law. God says I don't have to follow the law. God says it's okay to be a Joel Osteen. God says that if you don't buy me a new Rolex, you're a terrible congregation. Blah, 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 fucking blah. Holy shit. One thing religion has taught me is that religious people are stupid. Religious people are the most judgmental and hateful people on the planet. There are no people on the planet that are more judgmental than Christians, and I can tell you that up front and straight up. My entire life I've been surrounded by Christians. My entire life I've seen Christians commit the most worst, most horrible, most disturbing and disgusting acts. And then they want forgiveness. That's right, we got child molesters like Mark Richmond who thinks, hey, it's okay that I destroyed my own daughter's life by doing things to her that no father should do to their child. But it's fine because I'm going to say in Jesus' name, and everyone is expected to forgive me. You have to forgive me, I said, in Jesus' name. No, the fuck I don't, you chimo piece of shit. Are you fucking kidding me? No, I don't owe that to you. I'm not Jesus. And Jesus ain't going to accept that shit out of you either. He can't. He's dead. Did you know that? Jesus is dead. He died. He died a horrible, horrible, painful death. And I'm not talking about the whippings. I'm not talking about carrying that big heavy cross. I'm not even talking about the crown of thorns. I'm sure you guys have been tore up enough in your lifetime to know that pain is temporary. I've had cuts where they were pretty nasty and pretty deep and bled a lot, and they did hurt. But it was that initial cut that was the majority of the hurt. After that, it was just a fucking annoyance. Just an annoyance. It itches until it's healed. Most of the Christians I know are like Mark Richmond, or like my mom. There are a lot of people who had me duped, or I believe that they might be good people because they really sold that fucking rhetoric heavy, real heavy. Of course, being a Christian helps to get people to look away from your pot business. You could ask Brenda Dickinson about that. Here's a woman who wanted to claim that she thought of me as a son. But then she said that she was going to help me, and she never did. She said she was going to come forward, and she never did. She said she was going to show up in court, and she never did. So, yeah, I'm not going to believe her, no matter how much in Jesus' name she wants to throw at me. My mom's one of those in Jesus' name people. You know, every Christian seems to have two rules that they live by, or two sets of rules that they live by. There's what's in the Bible when they can manipulate it, and there's what the law says when they can manipulate it. And of course, when you try to bring a legal issue to one of these people, they want to tell you to give it to God. Well, they wouldn't give it to God, they'd go to the law. So don't listen to them. Don't follow their fucking advice. Do the right thing. Understand that they're cowards and you're not. If you go to cowards and ask them for help, you're doing the right thing. You're giving them the opportunity to show that they're not cowards. You're giving them the opportunity to do the right thing. You are giving them the opportunity. If they don't take that opportunity, that's on them. Just because they don't take the opportunity to tell the truth when they have the chance, doesn't mean that you need to shut up and go sit in the back of the fucking bus and pretend it didn't happen. Just because your neighbor doesn't give a fuck, it's okay. Those of you with daughters, if somebody rapes your daughter, is that wrong? Of course it's fucking wrong. What if nobody cares? Is it still wrong? Of course it's still fucking wrong. But if nobody cares, what's going to happen to your daughter? For goddamn sure, the guy who did that to her isn't going to prison, which means he gets to do it to more people. That's stupid. Also, it gives him access to your daughter continually. So when you've got one of these predators, you do need to fucking do something. But you know what? That just doesn't go for your daughter. Your daughter has more help than anyone else just because she has a vagina. Well, you're going to spend all your time coddling her and fucking giving her the world as a pretty fucking princess that she expects to be treated like. You treat your son like shit. He needs to go to the back of the fucking bus. He gets into a fight at school because people won't accept autism. Well, it's his fault for being autistic. He chose to be autistic. You're out of your goddamn mind. There might be a God, there might not be, but if there is a God, it's not the Christian God. That's 100% for certain. I've read the Bible. I also see the world that we live in. And yeah, that is not a loving God. Not even close. Now, those of you who want to claim God said this and God said that just because it's in a book, well, I want you to prove it to me. See, where I have recordings of my evidence, I have to just believe you because you said so? Fuck no. That's not faith, that's stupidity. Have faith in me. Trust me, man. Trust me. Yeah, sure. That's how Chance Dale ended up dead. Trust me. Oh, I can drive. Trust me. Yeah. That didn't work out too well, Chance. One of the few funerals I actually went to. I went to my grandma's funeral too. There's a lot of people that wanted to say, oh, I tried to help you. I tried to send you money. You wouldn't take it. No, I didn't have the ability. When you guys want to tell me, hey, you need to do this and you need to do that. You need to get this and you need to do that. You need Cash App. You need PayPal. You need all these different things and you need to jump through all these hoops to get them. Meanwhile, you have the resources to do that. When you're jumping around from one place to a fucking other, being victimized in all those places, you never get to stop anywhere long enough to do that. Dallas Richmond wants to play victim, along with many other people who took advantage of me, took advantage of my financial situation and my desperation. You know, when Brittany disappeared, that's Dallas Richmond's sister and Mark Richmond's victim. She disappeared, so I was going to buy a house in Chapel from a woman named Megan Christie. Well, Megan Christie ended up selling that house to one of her meth contacts, obviously, Zach Richmond. Zach Richmond, well, he wasn't going to stay in that house. He was too fucked up on meth, and he was having too many fucking legal issues. He didn't want to lose all of his shit, so he sold it to his brother Dallas. Now, why is it that I didn't get to buy the house? Well, because I had a bit of time that I had to save up the money to actually buy the place. And while I was saving up my money to buy the place, Natalie Bollinger got shot in the head, and I was abused repeatedly by law enforcement and my friends. I wonder why they didn't come forward. Oh yeah, because they were fucking embarrassed. And as well they should be. These things didn't happen to me because I asked for them. They happened to me because you let them. You let them. These people who continue to get on my YouTube channel and harass me, it's because you let them. You're not going to do anything about it, and I'm not allowed to. And as long as you support this, I will support any harm that comes to you. I don't want your children dead. I don't want your parents dead. I don't want your husbands or wives dead. But if you're going to turn a blind eye to this abuse, if somebody kills your kid, you deserve it. If somebody kills you or your husband or your mom, you deserve it. Gary wanted to type to me about karma. Well, let me tell you about karma in action. There's a poem called When They Came. It was written by a former priest in Germany named Martin Niemöller. He was also a submarine commander in World War I. It's when they came for the socialists, I was not a socialist. That's right. It goes on to talk about communists and Jews and all these other people. See, Nazi ideology and Christian ideology are exactly the same. You believe me because I say so. And if the real world shows different than the words that are coming out of my mouth, then it must be okay for me to destroy you as a human being, to destroy your name, to slander you to the point that you are being abused and even murdered. The things that happened in Nazi Germany didn't start off with Jews. It started off with the mentally ill and the homeless. Same exact thing we're doing here, and the same exact people too. Do you know how much of the Nazi hierarchy claimed to be Christian? It's kind of like Brenda Dickinson claiming to be Christian, or claiming she thinks of me as a son. Obviously, she's so fucking full of shit, she should have just stuck her head in the toilet and flushed.